Now there are four basic concepts that are central to KCS. The first is that knowledge content is created as a byproduct of solving issues. Think of it as a conveyor belt. Customer queries come in through the service desk and they escalate through the support chain, who in turn interact with the query until a suitable solution is found to satisfy the customer's needs. So it starts off with, I don't know, and then let me find out, and then maybe this and maybe that, and aha, that seemed to work. Yes, that worked. And finally, solution found. So the output of the conveyor belt is not only happy customers, but also shiny new knowledge base articles generated by the support process, ones that can be reused immediately the next time the same query comes into the service desk. Now the second concept is that content should evolve based on demand and usage. You see, not every knowledge base article needs to be reviewed. You only need to review the ones that are actually being used. Now this is simple but profound. Now the best time to do this is when people actually need to use it. Support analysts are expected to validate and review the knowledge articles before applying the solutions to the customer's situation anyway, so in essence, reuse becomes review. Now this reduces the risk of wasting time and money reviewing knowledge base articles that are not providing value. And rather than having a smattering of specialised and often very expensive resources dedicated to reviewing all of the knowledge base articles, the review task is distributed across many bodies throughout the support organisation. Each interaction with the knowledge base validates its accuracy and in essence performs a review. So only the highly used knowledge base articles are updated. Any of the knowledge base articles that are not used need not be reviewed, but rather, after an agreed amount of idle time, be retired. The third concept is that we should develop a knowledge base based on our collective experience to date. You see, knowledge is never complete nor 100% accurate, but rather it's what our organisation knows to date or our collective experience to date. There's always a new perspective, a new situation, or a new technology being released into the customer's environment. Now because of this, we have to be committed to the fact that we will need to continually capture and update the knowledge stored in our knowledge base on a daily basis. Now having a clear understanding of this avoids the unrealistic expectations of perfect, pristine knowledge, but rather sets the expectations of all analysts to continually improve the knowledge base by correcting errors as soon as they discover them. The fourth and final concept is that we should reward learning, collaboration, sharing and improving knowledge. KCS demands that knowledge be treated as an asset and states that it's everyone's responsibility to participate in building that asset. KCS removes knowledge silos by rewarding those who share and contribute to the knowledge base, and doesn't subscribe to the expert vetting process, but rather promotes knowledge for all to interact with. You see, it's a culture shift. It's a movement away from a call-centred focus to a knowledge-centred focus. Support staff are no longer employed as traditional support analysts, but rather as knowledge agents, and they are required to capture the knowledge that the organisation does not yet have. Heroes and standouts in your teams are no longer those who possess the knowledge to resolve things that others can't, but rather those who empower others by sharing that knowledge. Organisational and team scorecards, as well as individual performance appraisals, should all be updated to include knowledge objectives, KPIs and metrics. KCS doesn't follow the traditional knowledge management process, where knowledge is treated as an add-on to the problem-solving process, but but rather KCS infuses knowledge into the day-to-day operational activities of the service desk and other service operation functions. Now with KCS, knowledge isn't something you do in addition to solving problems, but rather knowledge becomes the way you solve problems, and the byproduct being the creation and maintenance of knowledge stored in your knowledge base.